I am awesome. I am so smart. I played the voice of the autopilot in WALL-E. Do not underestimate me. Now Daniel, it's my turn to narrate this TrollPasta/Creepypasta. Ahem. I love WALL-E so much that I can remember memories of him. Although, there was an uncut edition of WALL-E. As I was watching WALL-E videos, a notification popped up saying, WALL-E Uncut version, click to order. I was very excited about ordering an uncut version of WALL-E. I clicked the notification and 7 days later, I've received a package. It was the WALL-E DVD, but I noticed the word Uncut in Sharpie marker. I put the disc in my portable DVD player and let it play. The film started off normally as WALL-E was compacting trash into a cube and the scene was most gruesome. Hal was in the trash. WALL-E had an angry emotion on his face and Hal wasn't there. When he went back home, he was still angry. The scene cut to static. Then it went back to the original film, but when it got to EVE shooting WALL-E, he turned angry again and cut EVE in half and then it cut to static. It went back to the original movie, but when it got to the plant was missing scene, the plant was replaced by a rock. What a prank. EVE got super jealous. She grabs WALL-E, threw WALL-E out the window and WALL-E flew all the way home. OMG, this is twisted Pixar stuff. I sighed and continued watching. It then cuts to the escape pod scene, but when it self-destructs by 1 second, WALL-E did die, not clickbait. I cried about WALL-E dying for 5 seconds, but it cut to the scene where EVE arrives at the captain's room, but when the captain said, no, after Geo4 through the plant, the autopilot said, yes, and the plant fell straight down. WALL-E wasn't in the garbage can. It cut to the fight scene but WALL-E cut Sago's eye with his laser and sacrificed himself like in the original film. It then cut to the ending scene, but it was different. WALL-E was buried in his grave. The captain put the blue plant in front of his grave, and EVE cried. Eve's crying was sounding like Alice Night. EVE committed suicide by pointing her laser gun at her forehead and blew up. After that, there were no credits. I took the disc out, smashed it with a sledgehammer, melted the shards on a frying pan and flushed them down the toilet. This was the tragic death of WALL-E. It was too sad to watch. If you see a notification with the words, WALL-E Uncut version, click to order, don't order it. If you do, please destroy it. Screw the final hour's creepypastas. Back to you, Daniel.
Thank you, Ralph. Now's the time to narrate the next creepy TrollPasta called, a revised edition of Toy Story 3 alternate ending creepypasta.
Now hold on, Daniel. Did Macintosh Ralph said screw the final hour's creepypastas. Well, me and my friend James are here now, and it's our first time narrating this spooky stuff based on the copypasta. Now that Ralph's turn is finished, it's my turn and then James's turn. It's that a deal, James?
Deal, since it's our first time.
Alright, James. The deal's a deal. Okay now. So it was a normal day in Walmart where me and the BFD and BFB finalists, Fairy, Leafy, Bubble, Flower and Gelatin, and Marker were finding some DVDs in a DVD section, and I noticed a DVD in a CD case and the disc was written in a 2-year-old Sharpie handwriting. The top said, The Wonder Pets. And the bottom said, Season 4. Which was pretty peculiar because the series had 3 seasons and it got cancelled in 2013 or 2016. For those who don't know the Wonder Pets, including the ones who live under a rock, it's a Nick Jr. show created by Josh Selig. I grew up with the Wonder Pets in my entire childhood, and it was an epic show like the Backyardigans, Nearly How Kai Lan, and Dora the Explorer. Fury suggested me to buy the DVD to see what the season 4 episodes look like, and I accepted it. Then I paid for the DVD and the cashier lady told and begged me and the BFDI and BFB finalists over and so much over again while quivering to not watch it, and I was also confused at the time because it was just a Wonder Pets DVD, like what's the worst thing that could happen? As we arrived back to the Pillory ruins, Leafy putted the CD in the portable DVD player, and it started with an Nickelodeon logo from 2009, but something was wrong. The background was black, and the logo was on fire, like someone lit it. After it showed NetJR DVD promos, it cut to the DVD menu which considered Lenny, Chuck and Min Min flying on their Flybot with the Wonder Pets logo and the Nickelodeon 2014 logo on top of it along with the text on the bottom of the logo saying Season 4 is here. And like I said, it was peculiar because the show had 3 seasons, and it got cancelled in 2013 or 2016. I pressed episode select, and it only had 4 season 3 episodes and 4 never before seen episodes. The episodes were, Save the Genie, How It All Began, A Job Well Done, Back to Kalamazoo, The Ant Slug in Space, Save the Guinea Pig, Help Chipmunk and Rabbit, From Happy Island Forest in the Save the Honey Bears episode from Wonder Pets, Save the Singing Pigeons, from Save the Rat Pack, The Final Hours. It was strange, because I never heard they had the Final Hours episode. Also, I didn't know that they don't have many season 4 episodes, so I had a feeling that Nickelodeon lead. The Final Hours episode thumbnail was just pitch black. Lollipop said, "Why is the last episode just a black screen?" "I don't know." Gelatin responded. Fury suggested me to go back to the main menu and press play all. I agreed with Fury, and pressed play all, and after we saw the first 8 episodes, it moved on to the last episode. However, a warning screen popped up and the warning screen said, "The following episode may contain violence," and this episode was animated by a fired animator, Clanny Brown. It was initially made as the series finale, but Nickelodeon and Nick Jr. rejected it and refused to air it, so watch it at your own risk, thank you. This is pretty peculiar. I spoke. Oh crap, not Clanny Brown again. Fury said. Flower. I'm scared. Whimpered Marker. I will comfort you throughout the episode, always responded Flower. The intro started, but something was wrong. The sky was gray, and the clouds were gloomy. The Nickelodeon logo was simply black like someone painted it, and the Wonder Pets logo was rusty and almost destroyed. The kids in the background weren't singing the theme song. The music was replaced by animate music called Epic Hollywood Trailer, and there were red text saying the date October 17, 2016 with a Nickelodeon logo font, which I guess that's when the series ended because if you look it up, it says October 17, 2016. The intro then continued as usual, but something else was wrong as well. The created by Josh Selig and creative director Jenny R. Oxley texts at the Creepsville font. After the intro, that camera panned to the school. The bell rang, but it didn't sound like a school bell ringing. Instead it sounded like the Canary alarm, and instead of the camera panning to the school's entrance, instead, it pans to the team's backyard as the music stopped and the red date text faded out. And then it faded to a warning sign in the team's backyard, and it read The Wonder Pets. The Final Hours. But this time the kid who read all the title cards didn't sound like his voice. It instead sounded like a 17-year-old boy. He read the title card, just like the kid did every episode. Then the episode begins with the camera pan to the bottom right where the Wonder Pets were walking for 3 seconds until they stopped. Another job well done. Ming Ming spoke. You said it, Ming Ming. We saved the baby hummingbird again, and now he's all happy. This calls for some celery. Lenny said. Then she ran to the schoolhouse to get some celery, and the scene cuts to the school where Lenny was going to get celery in the mini fridge, and we didn't know that they had a mini fridge in the series. Wow. I didn't know they had a mini fridge. Flower said, yeah. But let's continue watching the episode. Lollipop said. Celery, here I come. Lenny called, and then she opened the fridge, and she realized that she ran out of celery, and the only thing she saw in the fridge was a ton of bottles of red Gatorade. Oh no. Lenny gasped, I'm all out of celery. Then Lenny ran to go tell Tuck and Min Ming, and the scene cut to Tuck and Min Min wondering where Lenny was. Ming Ming. Tuck. Lenny exclaimed. What happened? Ming Ming said. We ran out of celery. Lenny replied, well, I guess we celery every time we save a lot of things, so I wouldn't run out of celery. Tuck said. It's just one little thing. Who would run out of celery? Lenny questioned. You. Tuck answered. So what do we do? Ming Ming answered. I don't know. Tuck said. I know the right place to go get celery, Lenny answered. The Wonder Pets then built their flybit, and it was finished. Hop in the flybit, Wonder Pets. Lenny said. We're off to Shipwright. The flybit then started flying. Shipwright, here we come. Chuck said as the flybit then flew out of the classroom. Then the Wonder Pets sang their usual opening theme. The flybit then landed near the store's entrance. I've never seen them go to Shipwright before. Leafy said. Alright, Wonder Pets. Lenny said. We have arrived. But Lenny, said Ming Ming. We're so small, we could get trodden on by humans. Don't worry, Ming Ming. Lenny replied. Let's go in. The pets then went in and saw a bunch of humans. Oh, you're right, Ming Ming, said Tuck. There's so many humans here. He then said his usual catchphrase, Lenny, what do we do? I know, Tuck, maybe we should. Before Lenny could finish her sentence, the EA salon played in the background, and the pets' faces changed from happy to shocked. Oh no! The EAS is on. Tuck panicked. This is so us. Ming Ming gasped. After the EA sound played, a TTS voice played in the background, but the voice sounded like the announcer speaker box from BFDI. The voice spoke. Attention, attention! There is a meteor that is going to hit the Earth. This meteor is identified as Abby Wonder Pet Meteor. The meteor is predicted to hit at 3 p.m. Do not panic, as it will only make the disaster worse. Please make your way to available shelter as soon as possible. Oh no! A meteor. Gelatin gasped. Quick, Wonder Pets. Lenny told the team. We have to get to the shelter. To the flybit. The scene then cut to outside on the streets, with lots of people running for shelter in panic, some even screaming. The flybit was seen soaring through the reddish orange sky, and Battle Tower Blitz was playing. It then cut to the flybit itself. Come on, Lenny. Fly faster. Hurry, hurry. We don't want to die. Ming Ming panicked. EY. Lenny scolded. Stop panicking. I am flying as fast as I fucking can. Like the EA salon told us, panicking will make things worse only. But Lenny, Ming Ming said. I do not fucking want to hear it. Lenny interrupted. We'll be at the shelter soon. Now calm down, be a proper woman and shut the frick up. We were shocked. We never saw Lenny this angry to Min Min before, and we never heard someone swear in a preschool show before, including the voice lines being this panicked and realistic. If you say so, Min Min accepted. Then the Wonder Pets flew inside the shelter and landed the flybit under the table and sat down in a rush. Okay, I think we should be safe. Lenny suggested. Is this gonna be Wally Solos? Ming Min questioned. Just then, Chuck heard an infinite emergency alert from his phone. But the thing is that we never heard that one of the Wonder Pets had defense before. Oh no! The emergency alert is on the phone. Chuck gasped. You need to check it, Tuck. Ming Min reminded. Chuck then grabbed his phone and checked the message. What does the message say, Tuck? Lenny asked Tuck. The next scene showed the message on Tuck's phone and read, the world is about to end in 10 minutes. Seek shelter immediately. This is not a test. And the dun-dun-dun sound played in the background. Oh no! The world is gonna end in 10 minutes. Chuck panicked. Uh-oh. The pet said. What are we gonna do? Ming Min questioned. It then cut to the Little Airplane Productions logo, the Nickelodeon logo from 2009, Beyond Slug, Ollie and his family, Buck, Granny Ginny and Winnie, Uni, Baby Dragon, Lucy, from Save the Glowworm, and Ellingra, Marvin, the cat and the fiddle, the little dog, the dish, the spoon and the cow, all from Help the Cow Jump Over the Moon, on a bus heading for the shelter. Come on, bus driver. Faster. The Little Airplane logo panicked, with the voice of Tilly from Nihilkailan. Yeah. We can't even do our nursery rhyme because our show's universe is ending. The cat said. Mommy, I'm so scared, Martin panicked. Don't worry, Martin. I'm here for you. Eleanor assured him. Look. Lucy pointed out. I see that public shelter. You're right. Uni said, with the voice of Violet from Colorblocks. Let's go. Hurry. We were shocked that Uni spoke, as she didn't do so at all. Everyone then headed quickly into the shelter. Look. Lenny pointed out. More people have come into the shelter. Even Granny Ginny and Winnie. Hello, sweetheart. Granny Ginny and Winnie said in unison as they hugged their granddaughter. Buck. You're here. Chuck said. That's right. Here for protection from the meteor. Buck said. And Ellinora. Martin. Ming Ming shouted. Ming Ming. Eleanor replied as she hugged her niece. Bing Bing. Martin said. And there's even Beyond Slug. and our production company's logos. Lenny pointed out. Now let's find a spot so we can be safe. He said. Agreed. Slug replied. It then cut to the Nip Junior Frogs, who saw the EAs on their TV. Uh-oh. The Nick Frog said, in the voice of Marlin from Finding Nemo. That's the EA's alarm. And the meteor is coming. The Junior Frog panicked, with the voice of Nemo. Look. Nick Frog pointed out. A taxi is coming. We can use it to get to our shelter. The frogs then hopped into the taxi, which then drove off to the shelter. It then cut to the shelter, where the taxi dropped off the frogs. Thanks, taxi. The frogs said in unison. They then hopped into the shelter. Look. It's the Nip Junior Frogs. Chuck pointed out. Hi guys. Junior Frog said. The announcer from earlier then spoke. Attention, everyone. N-62 meteor is going to hit the Earth in 20 seconds. The countdown starts now. Wait. What? Everyone in the shelter panicked. It cut to the following. 20. The ShopRite building 19. The streets of the town 18. This is so us. Mingman sang. 17. This is so gonna suck. Buck panicked. 16. Well, when the pets, this is it, Lenny sobbed. 15. The hummingbird and his father looking up at the sky. 14. The TV screen from earlier 13. We might as well say our goodbyes, Lucy sobbed. 13. We're all gonna be rendered non-existent. The little airplane logo panicked. 12. The Nip Jr. Frogs, B, Slug in the nursery rhyme character screaming in horror. 11. The Pets families bracing for impact 10. The baby pigeon and his dad on the Statue of Liberty 9. The baby gecko and his father in Costa Rica 8. The Lugs in the Florida Everglades 7. The yak, the pig and the dancing bear 6. The inchworm and the butterfly in Greece 5. The scarecrow, Tin Man, and the lion in Oz 4. The blowfish, seahorse and squid 3. The genie and gerbils 2. The baby penguin in the South Pole 1. The schoolhouse where the Wonder Pets live 0. The meteor soaring through the sky. The meteor then crashed down onto the ground, destroying everything. It cut to the schoolhouse getting destroyed by the explosion, and then the hummingbirds getting caught in the explosion. It then cut to the scarecrow, Tin Man, and the lion getting caught in the explosion, then the genie and jerboas, the pigeons, the penguin, and the sea creatures. It then cut back to inside the shelter, where there was smoke and flames flying around. Oh no! What's happening? The Nickelodeon logo panicked, with the voice of Fury. Don't you know? It's the end. The little airplane logo panicked. No, this can't be. Ollie panicked. Everyone then screamed realistically, even the BFDI scream was heard. It then faded to black. A white silhouette of the Wonder Pets faded in. Hello? Wonder Pets? The voice of a man spoke. Yes? Lenny questioned tiredly at Sean. It's me. Your creator. Josh Salad. The man voice said. Tell me, is the series over? What? Chuck questioned tiredly at Sean. Just pick a choice. The voice said. Is it over or, never mind? It's over, anyway. The bright figure then faded out. It then faded back to the shelter, with everyone in it waking up. This is the end. Mingman gasped. It sure is. Lenny replied. Then everyone got out of the shelter and looked around the destroyed Earth. Oh no! Chuck gasped. The Earth is destroyed. Yeah. And there are piles of debris everywhere. Ollie replied. Just then, the Wonder Pets rushed to their schoolhouse shocked only finding it destroyed. The 3 pets gasped and said, our schoolhouse. The Wonder Pets gasped. What happened to our school? Lenny gasped. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but it got caught in a fiery explosion and it cannot be repaired due to the meteor. The firefighter explained. Then the Wonder Pets felt depressed along with the Little Airplane Productions logo, the Nickelodeon logo from 2009, the Ant Slug, Ollie and his family, Buck, Granny Ginny and Winnie, Uni, Baby Dragon, Lucy, from Save the Glowworm, and Elinra, Marvin, the cat and the fiddle, the little dog, the dish, the spoon and the cow, all from Help the Cow Jump Over the Moon, the Nip Junior Frogs, the hummingbird and his dad, and the ladybug and his dad, from Save the Ladybug. The credits then played, but they screwed everything up. The sky was red, the text was black, and the music was replaced by Wounded by Kevin MacLeod. Me and the others were in complete shock after the episode. We couldn't believe that they would have made an episode about a meteor instead of the Wonder Pets saving animals in danger, and we also couldn't believe that the content we saw was inputted in a kids show like Wonder Pets. Leafy wondered if the DVD was some kind of bootleg or man-made DVD, but the production value and detailed animation made us thought otherwise. Man, that was the scariest episode ever. Marker said. Yeah. The episode shouldn't be about a meteor. It should be about the Wonder Pets saving animals. Lollipop replied. After the credits finished, the logos played, but they were pretty screwed up as well. The Nick Jr. logo from 2008 played, but Nick was witnessing his son's death with the "Oh Hell No Man" Larry Cooper scream, and the USAEA's alarm was playing. The Nickelodeon played, but it was the 2023 logo, aka the Autumn Girl style logo. Except it was red and it was blurred and dripping like, what the heck bro? And the audio was in blind lowers effect with reverb. Then it cut to black for 5.5 seconds. Uh-oh. I think a jump scare is upcoming. Leafy panicked. I ran to grab the remote. Before I could, a jump scare came up. It revealed to be an edited picture of Min Min from the Wonder Pets episode Is Ollie, where Min Min screamed angrily after Ollie said I can't sleep. She had red eyes, black pupils, she was crying blood, drooling blood, and the jump scare noises that played in the background were the evil key and screech from the Roblox game doors, the Godzilla roar, the FNAFSL jump scare, and the demonic version of the BFDI scream. After that jump scare it cut to black for 6.5 seconds and then cut to a wide background with blue text on the top saying, "Thanks for saving the days with the Wonder Pets." The Wonder Pets were on the bottom dancing and music was playing in the background called New Friendly played in the background, which was one of the few BFDI songs by Kevin MacLeod. It went on for about 30 seconds. After that, it cut back to the main menu. Then Leafy took the disc out, looked for hammer, destroyed the CD, and then threw it in garbage can. For competitive nights, the BFDI finalists couldn't sleep. Every time they closed their eyes, they saw their own BFDI universe ending. If you're a BFDI finalist and find a lost Season 4 Wonder Pet CD, don't buy it. You'll regret it. The end. Wow. This story is so scary, sad, yet apocalyptic at the same time. I might have the voice that is as deep as a demon, but I am such a cool Dave. Now James my friend, it's your turn.
I have a feeling that this movie will be the longest.
That was epic, my friend. And now, I have a feeling that the next one is gonna be the longest one ever. Something much scarier than this final hour's pasta. Something straight out of a movie about Legos. Alright. Let's get this over with. Is this my first time reading this scary stuff called a creepypasta? You know, to copy and paste, combine it together and what do you get? A creepypasta? Oh well. I'm sure that you have seen many kids movies such as Toy Story, Incredibles, Shrek and many more. Right now, I'm talking about my favorite film that everyone has seen since 2014, which is the Lego Movie. It was a success from the Lego Movie franchise, along with the other movies like the Lego Batman movie, the Lego Ninjago movie and the Lego Movie 2. The second part were released before the Warner Brothers sold the rights to the Universal Studios with 5-year deal. But, what if there was a different ending to the movie that no one knows about? Trust me, you'll be creeped out once I tell you all about it. Anyway, here's the story about the dark alternate ending to the Lego Movie. Enjoy and read this if you dare. Ahem. Please let me finish the creepypasta. Gives me a silent treatment, breaks the mood. One day, I was enjoying the sunshine in Barangaroo, and getting some fresh air. Then, I was walking to the shopping mall to get some groceries. First, I went to the DVD aisle to look for some movies and TV shows. But, when I stepped towards the box full of DVDs, I found one that said the Lego Movie, written in marker in a white background. I was curious about the DVD. I checked the back cover, and all there is just the synopsis of the movie. Surprisingly, I found a small text that said featuring the bonus scene, and I was curious about that. When I went to the counter, I purchased it for $20 and the cashier lady gave me the change of $12. After that, I exited the local store and decided to go back to my apartment to watch the movie with the bonus scene. To be honest, I've seen that movie couple times when I was having a movie night with my friends. Still, I was keen to see what the bonus scene will be at the end of the movie. When I got back into my apartment, I turned on my DVD player and opened up the case. When I took a peek at the disc, It just has Lego Movie written in marker and nothing else. I just put the disc in my DVD player. When the DVD started, it showed the main menu. The menu featured Emmett and his friends in a line with the options above them. I pressed play and enjoyed the movie. However, the ending was so messed up I felt like not watching the Lego Movie anymore after that. Also, the bonus scene was more messed up than ever. At the end of the movie, Emmett and his friends were trying to defeat Lord Business and his micromanagers. However, Metalbeard remarked, "Yar. There are too many micromanagers around us." As the micromanagers were approaching towards them. Then, Emmett said, "Guys, we have no choice but to flee from these robots. They're too strong to defeat," realizing that his giant robot was damaged. So, Emmett and his friends escaped Bricksburg to find a safe place to hide from them. He said, "Guys, I think we need another way to save Bricksburg from Lord Business." After that, Benny stated, "Man, this is going out of control." Then, Lord Business appeared in front of them and greeted them, "Hello once again, trying to get away from me, huh? Well, it's too late now. If the Krugel won't work on all of you, then I've got something better planned," he said as he chuckled evilly like in the movie. He grabs out a knife and a potion, ready to murder Emmett and his friends, and making them his own slaves, and said, "I'm sorry, but this has to be the way it is." Emmett yelled, "Let's get the brick out of here." After Emmett said that, they ran from the hidden shelter and fled themselves from Lord Business and his micromanagers and found somewhere to hide. First, Benny ran to an empty restaurant and hid behind the counters. He thought to himself, "Oh man, this is getting way out of hand. I need to build a spaceship and get the heck out of here." As he quickly tried to search for many bricks to build a spaceship. Unfortunately, he was surrounded by Lord Business and micromanagers. While he was surrounded, Lord Business asked Benny, "Oh, Benny, you know what's better than spaceships?" "What?" Benny asked nervously. "You'll see." Lord Business chuckled and started stabbing Benny's arms, legs, chest, and even breaking his helmet. Benny let out a loud blood-curdling scream while being stabbed to death. Lord Business laughed evilly, "Ha! Looks like the spaceman has run out oxygen," as he commanded the micromanagers to pour an evil potion onto Benny's corpse. "Robots, if you will." Lord Business chuckled and exited the restaurant. The micromanagers poured a potion onto Benny's corpse. The next scene cut to a shot of Benny's corpse. Blood was coming out of his body and eyes, his helmet was cracked in half, and his suit was ripped. I was appalled to see Benny being killed by Lord Business since he was my favorite character. Poor Benny. It cut to Metalbeard hiding in the aircraft hangar. Yar. Lord Business has gone way too far for his shenanigans. "I hope me friends were not killed or else it will be the end of us," he said as he hid behind a metal container. Then, Lord Business entered the hangar and looked for Metalbeard. Lord Business said, "Oh, pirate robot, come out wherever you are," as he chuckled sinisterly. Metalbeard gasped and whispered quietly, "Shiver me timbers. He's already in here and he's looking for me. I have to get out of here." But it was too late. Lord Business saw his flag above the one of the broken planes. Another swarm of micromanagers surrounded Metalbeard. Metalbeard gasped in shock when Lord Business and his micromanagers found him, as he backed away from them. Lord Business said to him, "Ahoy there, pirate robot. Looks like your buccaneer days are done. And now, I'm going to shred you into pieces once and for all," as he chuckled evilly. "No. This can't be happening. It can't get worse than this," Metalbeard said. Metalbeard stood up towards Lord Business and prepared for the fight. He aimed at Lord Business with his cannon and shot cannonballs towards his chest and helmet. However, Lord Business dodged them before he called the micromanagers to resist him. Then, the micromanagers came quickly and charged towards Metalbeard, until he fell onto the ground, struggling to get up. Lord Business laughed and explained, "Well, you lost the fight, and you know what that means." Then, The micromanagers started to pull Metalbeard's body parts by tearing and ripping him apart as Metalbeard screams loudly. Then, Lord Business used a knife to stab his shark, chest and his face, and even ripping out his flag. Metalbeard was screaming in agony, while begging for mercy until he was killed. Lord Business chuckled and said, "Well, looks like that pirate robot has to walk the plank," until he left the garage for the next victim, and before the micromanagers poured a second potion onto Metalbeard. The next scene cut to Metalbeard's corpse as his face was stabbed, blood was coming out of his eyes and face, and his metal parts were torn apart, his flag was ripped out, his eye patch was missing and his shark was slaughtered. I felt bad for Metalbeard to be killed the same way as Benny. It cuts to Lord Business looking for his next victim, until he found Batman, hiding in the 4th floor of the office building. On the 4th floor, Batman was hiding in the dark room, trying to avoid getting killed by Lord Business, and thought to himself, "Man, Lord Business never stops, does he?" Rumor has it that he's killed Benny and Metalbeard recently. He's even worse than Joker. At that moment, Lord Business heard Batman's voice. Suddenly, he broke the door down with his metal boots, walked towards him and said, "Hey there, Batman. Your dark times are about to get even darker." Batman responded, "Not as dark as your heart." Lord Business replied, "Oh, we'll have to see about that." Batman threw one of his batarangs, until Lord Business used his knife to block the batarangs. Lord Business kept dodging the batarangs before calling his micromanagers to resist Batman. The micromanagers broke through the glass and strangled Batman. He was struggling to escape from the micromanagers with his frustrated expression, and cried, "No. I can't be killed by him. I don't want to deal with this psycho anymore." Lord Business denied Batman and said, "It seems a perfect time to kill you and make you suffer in hell." As he aimed his knife, Batman stated weakly, "Man, you're even worse than Joker. I sure could use Batwing right about now." As he struggles to escape, Lord Business responded, "Well, you're too late. I guess this is the final moment for you and your legacy." Batman prayed for mercy, "Please don't do this to me. I'm everyone's favorite Justice League superhero." And they would be sad once they hear I'm dead. Lord Business didn't care about Batman's pleas and walked towards him with his knife. "Oh. So you care about your reputation and popularity than saving the city? How sad. Now, this is my finest hour. I'm sorry, Batman, you're done for." As he smirked towards him and wielded his knife. "So long, Batman," Lord Business said, before he started stabbing Batman, damaging his cape and clothes, ripping his arms out and breaking his yellow belt during his final moment. Batman was screaming in pain as he was being killed. Lord Business finished stabbing him and said, "Bye, Batman. Your days of saving the city are over and I'm sure that the Joker will be happy that I killed you," until he commanded the micromanagers to do their job by tuning Batman into his slave. "Robots, you know what to do." The micromanagers accepted his request. "Yes, Lord Business." Before Lord Business departs from the building and micromanagers poured an evil potion onto Batman's corpse, the next scene cut to Batman's corpse where his bat mask and yellow belt was damaged, blood coming out of his chest, arms and legs, his cape was torn apart, his clothes were ripped and his arms were snatched off from his body. I felt terrified to see his corpse as it looked like that Batman was officially killed by his nemesis. What the hell is wrong with this ending? I thought to myself. I gritted my teeth when I knew that something worse is going to happen next. I was hoping that Unikitty is safe from Lord Business. But I was wrong. The next scene cut to Lord Business searching for the 4th victim. He then detected Unikitty sitting in the underground subway while hiding at the back of the staircase wall. He tried to find a way to get to Unikitty. Just then, the scene cut to Unikitty in the subway, hiding at the back staircase wall, avoiding her death, and quietly whimpered, "What is Lord Business up to? Maybe he's just angry at us for messing up his world." All of a sudden, she heard loud footsteps coming from the train station and gasped in horror. She whispered, "No. He's here. I hope he doesn't kill me or my friends." Unless, in a scared tone. Lord Business found stairs into the subway and came down to search for Unkitty by going back and forward on the subway floor near the tracks. She was trying to get away from him, but it was too late. She gasped when she was found by him. She was frightened and tries to back away from Lord Business while crying for mercy. "No. Please don't kill me, I'm just a magical unicorn cat that gives everyone happy thoughts. Please don't do this to me." Lord Business smirked and greeted her. "Hey there, magical cat, you tried to flee away from me, huh? Well, I'm going to give you something that is better than sunshine and rainbows." She madly replied, "I won't forgive you for the crimes you committed, like you destroyed my precious home. I'll make you pay for what you did." Lord Business remarked, "Well, I made bad cop do this for me by arresting master builders, rubbing good cop's face off, killing Vitruvius and destroying your so-called rainbow cloud home or whatever that means, as my revenge to stop them from destroying my good world. As a result, you're the one who's involved in those events, and I shall make you pay for destroying my world, and make you my slave." She yelled angrily, "No, I won't forgive you for all the chaos that you caused. Also, why do you have that knife? You didn't kill my friends, did you?" Lord Business answered, "Oh, don't worry, I took care of them by giving them a piece of my mind." As he laughed, Unikitty started to get furious at Lord Business. "You killed my friends. How could you have killed my friends just for revenge? I'm not joining you. You will pay for what you did." Lord Business kept smirking and laughing at her, getting angry. "AWWWWW, you're so adorable when you get mad at me. But I'm still going to make you suffer in hell." As he pretended to be cute and friendly, Unikitty went in her rage mode and raged at him. "I'm going to kill you for this. And don't call me magical cat. It's Unikitty." As she roared fiercely and breathed fireballs and flames onto Lord Business. However, he dodged them like what he did in the battle with Metal Beard, until he called micromanagers to stop Unikitty. The micromanagers came into the subway and strangled her. Then, one of the micromanagers punched her leg. Lord Business grabbed out his knife and walked towards Unikitty. "No. Please don't do this to me. I just want to live in my happy life," Unikitty said while crying. Lord Business denied her by saying, "Oh, boo-hoo. I will still kill you. I'm sorry, but truth hurts. Goodbye, kitty cat," as he laughed and started stabbing Unikitty's body and legs, damaging her magical horn and ripping her tail, while her fur and skin color was turning into black and white. Unikitty was screaming and crying very loud as she was being killed. I felt like crying as well. She was now dead, as Lord Business gave one final speech to her. "Well, magical cat, your life is no longer filled with happiness, just sadness and melancholy," as he exited the subway before the micromanagers poured another potion onto Unikitty's corpse. I sobbed from her death that I felt a depression and sadness had surrounded me. The next scene cut to Unikitty's corpse lying on the rocky floor of the tunnel where her horn was damaged and ripped off of her head, her tail was cut in half, her body was discolored into black and white, crying blood, and blood coming from her body, under her horn and the top of her head. This was the most heartbreaking scene in this ending. My favorite character from the Lego movie just got murdered by that Lord Business. I can't believe what I am seeing right now. Poor Unikitty, I thought to myself. But the ending wasn't over yet. The next scene cuts to Lucy and Emmett were hiding together in the backstage room of the sports arena. Emmett said concerned, "I can't believe that Lord Business would kill our friends." Wildstyle replied, "Well, we don't know if he murdered them or not. We'll just wait and see. But I'm afraid that we're the last ones and I don't know what will happen." Emmett cried. Wildstyle comforted him. "Emmett, calm down. We'll stop him and revive our friends if we have the chance." It cut to Lord Business trying to find the remaining two, until he detected Emmett and Wildstyle hiding together in the sports arena and said, "Oh. This is where the fun begins," as he gave out an evil laugh. Lord Business thought to himself, "This place is so big. It's so big I don't think I'll find those lovebirds." After 15 seconds, He found an entrance to the backstage where Emmett and Wildstyle are hiding at. After he found the entrance, Emmett heard loud footsteps coming from the stairs and said, "No, no, no. He's here. He's going to kill us. I guess this is the end for both of us." Wildstyle hushed Emmett. "Don't worry, Emmett, I'll take him out and stop him from killing our friends." Emmett explained, "Unless he already killed our friends." Lord Business heard the voices coming from Emmett and Wildstyle in the backstage and suddenly breaks down the door as he let out an evil laugh. Emmett gasped, while Wildstyle glared at him angrily. Well, 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 look what we have here. Emmett and his crush who wants to fight me. Well, not a chance. I'll give you a piece of my mind and make you suffer in hell, said Lord Business as he smirked at them. Wildstyle responded, "What did you do to our friends? You better not have murdered my friends or else you're going to sorry for your mistakes." In angry tone, Lord Business answered, "Oh, don't worry, I'll show you how I took care of them. Robots." As he commanded the micromanagers to bring Emmett's and Wildstyle's friends in there. My God, they look worse than before. I thought to myself, Benny, Metalbeard, Unikitty and Batman had their parts put back together and were now Lord Business slaves. Emmett yelled, "My friends. No. Benny. Unikitty. Batman. Metalbeard. What happened to you guys?" Lord Business smirked at Emmett. "Well, Emmett, what do you think of that? Awesome, isn't it?" As he chuckled evilly. He then replied, "What have you done to them? You'll regret this." Wildstyle started to fight Lord Business with her karate and ninja attacks to strike him down. However, Lord Business quickly called his micromanagers to resist Wildstyle. Wildstyle struggled to stand up. "You won't get away with this, Lord Business. You have gone way too far this time." Lord Business grabs a knife to kill her. Emmett stood up and tried to defend Wildstyle and yelled, "No. Don't do this. Watch out, Wildstyle." He blocked Lord Business from attacking her, until Wildstyle warned him in a concerned way, "Emmett, what are you doing? Get back. He's dangerous," Emmett explained, "but I'm saving you from him." Wildstyle said in a sad tone, "No, Emmett, he's too powerful to defeat. I'm sorry. This is the end and we can't do anything about it." Before Lord Business kills her, Emmett cried, "Please. I can't lose you too," as he had tears streaming down his face. Wildstyle said to Emmett, "Look, Emmett, you can do this. I know you can. You're most special person that I've had and I would be proud of you in heaven if you defeat him. If not, then I can still remember you for how long you lived. I love you in my heart and will never forget you. See you later, alligator, and goodbye, Emmett." As she smiled at him, Emmett sobbed, "No. Please." Lord Business responded, "Wow, how sad is that you were loved by that girl, but I don't care. Anyway." Until he backstabs her and the rest of the body, ripping her clothes and hoodie, and even cutting her ponytail off. Wildstyle screamed in agony while being stabbed. It was so horrifying to watch her die that I cried badly after what she said in front of Emmett. Wildstyle was now dead and all that is left is Emmett and Lord Business. Emmett cried, "Lucy," as Lord Business gave out an evil laugh. You'll regret this," Emmett said furiously. Emmett went to Super Saiyan mode and fiercely screamed at him, similar to Goku from Dragon Ball Z and Unikitty's raging mode, and started to shoot out fireballs and a meteor, until he teleported towards the field of the stadium by using super speed. "Hey, come back here. You won't get away from me," Lord Business exclaimed. Then, Lord Business said, "You can run, but you can't hide." Until he chuckled evilly, Emmett yelled, "I shall get my revenge on you with fire and fury, and I'll save my friends from you." As he kept summoning meteors towards Lord Business. Lord Business tried to dodge the fire and felt the pain through his body after being hurt by the meteors and flames as he exclaimed, "Oh! Stop that, it burns. You'll regret doing this to me." Super Saiyan Emmett replied, "Well, you deserve it for what you have done to me and my friends." Super Saiyan Emmett continued burning Lord Business with red flames until he charged up a flaming red ball onto Lord Business to defeat him. "Lord Business, you shall die and burn in hell," yelled Super Saiyan Emmett. After Lord Business was hurt by the flaming red ball, Lord Business struggled to get up as he felt burns all over to his body and said in the painful tone, "Ah, you won't get away from me. I'm powerful unlike you." Super Saiyan Emmett responded, "It's over, you psychotic murder. Surrender now or face the consequences." Lord Business said, "No. This can't be happening. I will reign over Bricksburg and be the most powerful man in the world." Until he tricked Emmett as he got up without feeling the pain. "Psych!" shouted Lord Business as he gave another evil laugh at Emmett. Emmett was confused and went back to the normal mode and said, "What the heck? I thought I defeated him. Do you think that will banish me from the existence? No. Guess not, you just got Lord Business rolled." As he referenced Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Emmett was shocked, not feeling angry and enraged anymore, and said, "Oh man. This is not going too well." Lord Business replied, "Well Emmett, it looks like you're done for." Explained Lord Business, "I decided to get revenge on you and your friends for destroying and messing up my world. Also, you're a million times more unspecial than me, just being a weak construction worker who has no ideas that nobody knows about." Emmett replied, "No. That's not true. You're the one who is weak." In a struggling tone. Lord Business said, "Me weak? I don't think so." As he smirked and gave out an evil chuckle. "Now, I shall kill you and make you suffer in hell." Managers. "I'm sorry Emmett, but truth hurts," as he called Evil Benny, Metalbeard, Unikitty and Batman for them to strangle Emmett. "Oh no. Guys, don't do this to me. I'm your special friends and you're all special. Please don't," cried Emmett. They spoke in demonic voice tones. "Spaceships," said Evil Benny. "Ahoy there matey," said Evil Metalbeard. "Stay positive," said Evil Unikitty. "The darkness surrounds you," said Evil Batman. Emmett responded, "Stop. You're scaring me." In a frightened tone, all of a sudden, they started to strangle Emmett as Lord Business came towards him and grabbed a knife to kill on Emmett. "Well Emmett, it looks like that you and Lucy will be joining the dark side now," said Lord Business. "You're nothing to me or anyone else that you met, and soon, I'll turn all the citizens of Bricksburg into my slaves, so you go ahead and join the darkness." Emmett cried, "No. I can't let this happen. Look, you don't have to be the bad guy, and you're the most talented, most interesting, and most extraordinary person in the universe." As he gave his quote to him. "Ha! What a joke. I can be whatever I want to be, so too bad," said Lord Business as he denied it. Lord Business lifted up the knife and said the final words to Emmett before killing him. "Well Emmett, this is the end of you and I'm sure that no one is around to save you now. So long Emmett, I have one," as he gave out the most evilest laugh that I've ever heard. "Now, you shall burn in hell," shouted Lord Business in a demonic tone. He started stabbing Emmett for one last time as he let out a really loud blood-curdling scream that I had to cover my ears. I paused the ending and went into the bathroom to calm myself down while cleaning my ears with a tissue. After calming myself down for at least 8 minutes, I went back to my living room and resumed the ending. It was still horrifying to watch to see the special construction worker being killed by that crazy psycho that is Lord Business. He stopped stabbing him as Emmett has officially died. I felt really saddened for the death of Emmett because he was the most special person that saved everyone from Lord Business and used his own ideas for everyone to team up together. In the next scene, Lord Business said game over. In a slow tone, all of the Emmett's friends were dead and are now Lord Business slaves. The next scene cuts to Wild Styles Lucy's corpse. She had blood coming from her arms, legs and chest. Her clothes and hoodie were ripped. Her hair makeup was discolored, and her ponytail was cut off. Then, The final scene cuts to Emmett where his vest and construction work clothes were ripped, and his blood was coming out of his arms, legs and chest. Next, Lord Business faced towards to the camera, and said, "Hey there viewer, do you want to play with me? You don't? Well, too bad. I'll give you something that's even better than awesome." As he laughed evilly, he pointed the knife towards the camera and stabbed it as the screen was shattered. After that, the whole movie ended and the Lego The End sign appeared in the middle of the screen, except it was covered in blood. Some of the Lego pieces were missing and broken, and was discolored into red, black and gray. The credits played, except there was just a black screen. No stop motion, just the credits rolling on the black background. I was shaking in fear and I thought that the movie, the one I bought from the local store, was the real one with the bonus scene. Instead, the ending was about Lord Business killing Emmett and his friends, and turning them into his slaves. God, I don't understand about this version. It went from being an inspiring movie into a horror show. I thought to myself. After 5 minutes, I was bored of the credits and skipped towards the end, by pressing my remote controller to fast forward it, where the bonus scene could be occurred. The credits finally ended and it faded into black screen for 10 seconds. However, this is where things are starting to get even creepier and messed up than before. The bonus scene leads to an image with Lord Business just standing there, with black eyes with red pupils and covered in blood, along with Evil Emmett, Wild Style Lucy, Unikitty, Benny, Batman and Metalbeard. Except they were discolored into a darker tone and they have black eyes with white pupils. The background was Bricksburg on flames and there was a black sky with red clouds. There's also text that said everything is death. Everything is darkness when you kill yourself. Everything is death when you're living out a nightmare. While the song Everything is Awesome was played, except it was slowed down, reversed, distorted, and deeper. After 3 minutes, the bonus scene faded to black and went back to the menu screen. I was so scared and frightened on what I've seen from that version of the movie and thought to myself, what the hell was that? A freak show. Someone must have made a homemade version of Lego Movie, but creepier. In fact, I've seen the real version of it a couple times and I knew that Warner Brothers didn't make it on accident, and it seems that some crazy person put a lot of effort in that version. To be honest, I thought about uploading the footage of that ending onto YouTube and age restricting it, so the children would not watch it, despite that everyone would hate Warner Brothers if I did that. Instead, I ejected the disc from my DVD player, put it back into the case and burned it with gasoline and lighter, never to be seen again. However, I didn't have a good sleep that night. I had one nightmare about Lord Business and Evil Emmett, along his demonic friends were torturing and killing me at the stadium, and another one about Emmett screaming in my face. So, if you find any lost versions of children's movies, make sure to think twice before seeing them. Take my advice and be careful out there. P.S. I showed you the images that I captured before I burned the DVD. Note: Legos and toys don't have blood. They are made with plastic. I would imagine if this creepypasta contains Lego movie characters without being Legos themselves. The end.
Lego Movie Dark Alternate Ending? Wow. How was I know that the ending was all about Lord Business killing Emmett and his friends and turning them into his slaves? Wow. And Dave was talking gibberish about the Wonder Pets, the final hours? Wow. Him and James are good friends. The next creepy TrollPasta I'll read will be about a deleted version of Kung Fu Panda 3, Kai's Defeat. What is this? A creepypasta reiteration the full movie too?